Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have this stunning wild forest kit from Sadiesstickers. It is so cute. I figured this would be the perfect kind of Easter week kit. I love all the animals and I didn't want to go for a super traditional Easter kit this year. And I just wanted to add Easter embellishments and accents throughout, which you see here. And I felt like that was definitely so much more appropriate than just, using an Easter kit. Nothing wrong with them. I just didn't see one that I liked and I don't really celebrate. So I just wanted to still have it in my planner because I acknowledge it, but I don't want to like go all out and I don't usually do that as well personally. But um love these like dot clustered like washi strips. They're so gorgeous. They're like kind of like dashed clusters and they are from Panda Bird Design. They are incredibly gorgeous. And I do have codes for the shops I'll be mentioning below. And most of the time I have a freebie as well. So definitely just put my name in the notes to seller just in case, and you might get a freebie. Okay, so um, this is the week that I went to Chicago. I was in Chicago Thursday to Wednesday, so it spanned 2 different weeks. And I was kind of going back and forth on if I wanted to I really had my heart set on using this kit for Easter week just because I felt like it was super appropriate and cute and it had like all the cute little animals in it. But I also wanted to use a city kit for being in Chicago. And fun fact, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I actually met Jess of Bird Design in Chicago. We hung out for 4 days, I believe. She was there as well Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Greg and I stayed until Wednesday. So I felt like that's perfect. I can use the Chicago kit that she's creating for us for that week, the second week I was there. And it's really great because it's actually the week that I went and saw the bean as well. So just kind of appropriate and perfect. And I was able to, do both things and just use the two kits I did want to use. I'm really excited to see the final kit that she designs. I'm pretty sure this is just like a kit for both of us to use just for fun. And I can't wait. I think it's going to be really cute and exciting. It's very appropriate because, we were in Chicago together and it was just really cool. So, with that being said, I am here using a bunch of like Easter egg ornaments. They are the cutest thing in the world. I used the ones from last year as well. And I think I used the silver kit last year. I loved the Easter kit I had last year. And I just had every excuse to, use all of these like egg ornaments and they're just so cute. I think ornaments are the cutest thing to use. I love using them around like the holidays and then another excuse to kind of use that same style but with an egg as well. So I felt like the day cover section was a little busy, but I love how it turned out regardless. I really wanted to use these like bunny field stickers or this washi over the actual colored floral. I wanted to have like a colored background and I felt like it just looked like the bunnies were running around in the floral field and then you had like floral accents in foil and then colored florals as well. Gosh, that's really hard to say. I thought it was really adorable and I do love how it turned out. Initially putting it down, I was a little concerned it was too much, but after seeing it complete, I think it looks so good and I'm very obsessed with how it looks. I'm also just adding a bunch of like butterflies and birds and dot clusters all over the place. I really loved pulling in both just because there are butterflies throughout the kit, and I also felt like it was appropriate to use birds as well. I think there were birds too, so I just wanted to use both and just kind of add all the animals and all the different accents that I had that fit the theme. I also am obsessed with this grass washi. I saw Tay using it, and they just look so good. I know she's in love with them. This was from a sampler that I got at the Galentine's with a uh, planner event in Georgia. So this was from Sadiesstickers, and I was so happy to see that because I really love the foiled like background and the grass and tied in with the actual clip art pieces. I think it's so cute and it's just perfect. But I wanted to really use the large clip art pieces with the animals and the trees and the fence and all that good stuff. And I tried to make a scene at the bottom and only put full boxes in the first and second row. So I think it turned out really adorable. I went all out. I didn't use as many boxes as I would in a normal like plan with me just because I didn't have a lot of space since I made a scene at the bottom of like the with the third row, which took away a lot of space for me to incorporate like boxes to write stuff in. And if anything, I just used an icon and just wrote directly on the paper for the entire like third row. and I love how it turned out. I've done this before, and I usually will do this kind of format if I am making a scene at the bottom, like right above the washi section, just so I could still like achieve a certain look. And yeah, I just think it's really fun, and it really tests my creativity to work around the scene I've already created. I did have to lift up a couple of like accents, like clusters and things like that, just because I needed space to write. But regardless, those are small compared to like lifting up a whole box or a whole clip art piece or something like that. I am so obsessed with this like cluster washi from Panda Bird Design. It is gorgeous. I want to use it every single week. It is so stunning. And the bottom washi, the top one with the little bunny ears, I think on the page it's actually used upside down, or it was placed on the page upside down. I just assume that because the thicker strip is usually the bottom, but I wanted to make it right side up because I love that it looks like bunny ears. So I don't know if that was just like on accident, but I just, regardless, I wanted to make it right side up so I could see like the ears, and I think it's so cute. I struggled so much with this Monday section. I don't know why. I think it was just kind of getting, the groove of it, and the scene at the bottom with the large clip art pieces really threw me off. So just getting acclimated to that whole format again was definitely an adjustment. And I'm pulling in the Midi collection, Midi boxes that I did with Sadie stickers. So definitely check those out. Those are only available until May 28th. So check those out if you're interested in shopping that collaboration between myself and Sadie stickers. You can use Rachel20 for 20% off and get my freebie. I did use my freebie as well in this spread. I used the leftover from last week's, and I had plenty because I wanted to use these dot and scallop dividers that were also on my freebie. There's a whole set on there, and then all of the like dot clusters that were left over and stuff. And yeah, so my the Midi collection, I'm using the basics, which just has like scallop and dot and like line dividers, really gorgeous, very simple and perfect for like, anytime. And it's just very, I just love the simple look. I think the reason it was throwing me off on Monday was because I was trying to layer it too much, and there was a lot going on. On top of that, the florals were very different. They were a lot more like I don't know how to describe it. They weren't like, I really don't I don't know. They're kind of like long, like vertically. So it was kind of challenging, but I loved like using them. They were so fun. They were more like bouquets, like going like long ways, like vertically, like I said. And there was one floral specifically that would drape over on like a left hand side, and I loved using that. And I'm so glad I got 3 sheets because I was able to use that a couple of times throughout the spread, and it was my favorite kind of floral to use. And I really loved the greenery I used behind that like butterfly flourish on Tuesday. I think that turned out really gorgeous, and I just wanted to add something different instead of just like all foil. So okay, so on Monday, Jace, I gave him his meds. I did laundry and cleaning a lot that day, and then I pulled a bunch of stickers for the trip to Chicago, because if you guys haven't seen that plan with me, it was a little bit of a hot mess, honestly, like doing it because I was working with natural light the whole time, and I wanted to plan and film while I was in Chicago. I could have just honestly planned without filming and just tried to enjoy that by itself, but I really did want to challenge myself, and I wanted to film it for you guys and try something different. So I brought some of my like filming equipment, like my camera and then a travel tripod, and working with the actual natural light was very challenging just because it changes with the shadows and all that stuff. But that plan with me is on my channel if you want to check it out. And yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was pulling stickers for that so I could be prepared. This is the floral I'm obsessed with, the one I'm putting down right now, how it like drapes over to the left and then also a little bit like vertically at the bottom. I think it's gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. So Tuesday, I took Jason on a walk and then did a planning session, and then I also packed for Chicago. I can't see the bottom of that. I'm so sorry. I don't have my planner on me. And Wednesday, did my nails in the morning. I was stressing so hard because I didn't have any time, honestly, like the week before to redo my nails. And I was also trying to just let them grow out because I felt like I just did them and I didn't. It was like that weird period in between. And I was stressing out, I was like, let me just do like a kind of a lazy cleanup and just fill in the cuticle area, which wasn't my best work just because I was just trying to rush before my flight. Literally, I got up at like 5 in the morning to do this. And then, fun fact, our flight got canceled. I was so irritated. I got up early, finished like all the extra like small things I wanted to pack, or at least triple check my luggage and my list, and then clean up my nails a little bit because I knew like I wanted to have good and strong nails for the trip. And then of course, like if I was gonna film, I wanted it to be appropriate. Like there's a lot of logistics, right? And planning that goes with it. But then our flight got canceled. was we literally just closed all of our luggage and were about to walk to our car to load the car. And we got a notification because there was a storm and in the Midwest, and we just wanted to. I guess that's definitely better safe than sorry, right? Like I'm so okay with that happening. I think it was just like a frustrating situation. Anytime a flight gets canceled, it is frustrating. And so, you know what? I made the most out of it. I was like, you know what? A little bit annoying, but now I can actually do my nails if I want to properly, but I didn't end up doing that. I just like left it the way it was. And we had the whole day off because we already had it off. And I was like, it is what it is. I'm already all packed. So no worries there. Instead, I maximized the day and I was like, I'm kind of bummed and I'm just going to go ahead. And I turned immediately to self care. And I went and booked myself a massage that day. Thankfully, my girl was open and available. And that's what I did. I went and got a massage, and it was a pretty chill day. We ended up getting like sushi with our good friends and then just hanging out and playing board games that night, and it worked out. So that was definitely still a good day. We made the most out of it, and it turned out to be a very positive experience. So Thursday, that's when we rescheduled our flight. It was Thursday morning. The earliest that they had, I think, was like a 6 a.m. flight, something like that. But of course, we wanted to be at the airport like 4:30. Um, so, and then as soon as we got there, oh my gosh, lugging, what an experience. Wow. Like, I really wish moving forward, I would totally just get an Uber, but we didn't want to hit like traffic because like from the airport to Chicago, it would have been a lot of traffic. So instead we took the L or the train. And we just, it was a lot lugging my suitcases. It was so much, and definitely a good exercise, but you know what? It worked out. We did, however, get an Uber on the way back to the airport to leave though, because I was not about to do that all over again. Okay, so we went to a diner called 11 City, and then we also did a workout. I trained chest and triceps. Their gym there was really nice. We stayed at a condo, and it was beautiful. Like it had everything that we needed, and the gym was amazing, right? Because it's probably the gym for everybody that actually lives and rents there like regularly and permanently versus like us just visiting. But it was a very nice gym. And so I did that, and then I met Jess of Design and her significant other. And Greg as well. So like we went to this restaurant called Ima, I believe that's how you say it. And it is like a tapas place, and it was delicious. So good. It was kind of surreal to meet Jess, but as soon as we met, it was kind of like I've known her forever because I kind of like have been talking to her for like, I think we've gotten close in like the past 2 years, but I've known her for like 3 years or so. I've lost count at this point. Who's counting, right? But that was really cool to meet her in person and just have dinner and just hang out. And I feel like sharing a meal with someone is like the most, it's truly like love. Like I think it's just one of the most loving, respectful things you could do, and it's just so family oriented. Okay, so Friday we went to a place called Sweet Bean, and it's a Asian bakery and coffee shop. So good. If you're ever in Chicago, please go to Sweet Bean. We grabbed this ube bun every single day, like we were there. It was so good. We also grabbed ramen that day. So after we ate, we went to the Chicago Riverwalk and took lots of pictures. That was really cool. And if you follow me on Instagram, I actually made like an Instagram reel of the trip, like just a short little snippet. But I will and still plan on doing a full vlog for my channel. I just haven't had a chance to do so yet. And then afterwards, we grabbed margaritas and sangria at Senorita's Cantina. On Saturday, went to Sweet Bean again. Jess and I went and grabbed some pedicures. That was really fun. We also got a chance to go to the Purple Pig, which is another tapas place. Amazing. Amazing. So good. Highly recommend. And then we did the shoreline sightseeing boat tour, which was so fun. We got to learn a lot about the architecture of the buildings and the history of Chicago. It was so fun. The tour guide was phenomenal. So good. And we played Mexican Train. I actually taught them how to play Mexican Train. And then that night, we just grabbed some deep dish pizza late night, and it was kind of like one of those things where you try it, but personally, I'm not a huge fan. Nobody come for me. Sorry if you are, but I definitely prefer New York style pizza. Okay, so Sunday did breakfast at a place called Miss Ricky. Highly recommend going there as well. We also went to the Starbucks Reserve Roaster, and then so Jess and her significant other left that day. And then Greg and I went to Chinatown at nighttime to grab some noodles, and it was really fun. And yeah, that was pretty much the entire trip. Stay tuned for the Chicago vlog. Hopefully, I'll have that up soon. But it was such an amazing time meeting Jess, and she's amazing. She truly is. I love her so much. But I hope you enjoy this plan with me. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.